properties. The Okefenokee Swamp Park is located on Cowhouse Island. It's the largest and northernmost portion of Cowhouse at 9 miles long and 2 miles wide. The entire swamp, however, is almost 700 miles and extends into the middle of Florida. In just a moment to your left, we're going to pass a little lagoon right over here. If you look through this little lagoon, you can see Sally, our dominant female alligator. Sally is a little over 9 feet, and because she is our dominant female, she has a very wide territory, but this is her favorite location to spend time at. In the spring, she laid about 25 eggs. Out of those 25, 3 hatched and 2 survived, which means only about 1% of all baby alligators will actually survive.
Midwife David. Stevens High School, Kittens High School, they're called
This bridge that we're about to cross covers an old canoe waterway turned boat trail. From here, it's a 290 miles highway trip to the Gulf of Mexico if you know the way. The Okefenokee Swamp serves as the headwater for 2 major rivers. They are the St. Mary's River and the Suwannee River. The St. Mary's River acts as the border between Georgia and Florida and will lead to the Atlantic Ocean. The Suwannee River will lead to the Gulf of Mexico. Right here is an example of a logging site. Logging was one of many sources of income for workers and swampers, but locally and regionally between 1850 and 1940. Between 1909 and 1927, these loggers cut down 492 million working cypress trees. That's enough wood to build 32,000 homes. They also only made $1 a day. Of course, that was a lot of money back then.
Dangerous.
This is Pearl. This is Doggy. Yeah, but
the Okefenokee Swamp is home to a wide range of wildlife, from mammals, reptiles, and amphibians to birds and insects. We can always promise it's going to be active, but this is one of the most common locations that I've encountered wildlife. Some of the animals that I've seen right here include a barred owl, little red fox, raccoons and armadillos, a whole family of white-tailed deer, a great blue heron hanging out in the water. We've even had recent sightings of bobcats and otters. We also have black bears, but they don't come out in the day unless we're incredibly lucky. Keep your eyes peeled. Just because it's not right in front of us at the moment doesn't mean it's not around. It'll pop out when you least expect it, and you never know what you're going to see, even if it's something common like a squirrel.
Nutcrackers. There's a railroad over there.
To the tracks to your right, we're passing the remnant of a pulpwood saw. Pulpwood saws were used in the timber industry for felling trees. Pulpwood is also the type of wood paper comes from.
Red paper. Look at the ferns.
Most of these shrubs that we're passing and surround us are called wax myrtle. Wax myrtle is a common shrub found throughout the coastal plains of the southeast. It's a very useful shrub because in the winter they produce wax-coated berries and serve as a food source for many of the birds and animals. But people can also use those berries by melting them into candles. And then the leaves of the wax myrtle also works as a natural insect repellent.
Wax myrtle.
That's right. So we're actually coming out ahead right now.
Look at the red fern.
This is my kind of weather.
There's a red fern.
So we've got a floodlight there.
Yep.
Shining light out into the woods.
Looking at these trees on your left, you'll notice that some of them have burn marks on them. These are remnants from a massive fire that happened in 2007. This fire was so massive it ravaged over 1.5 million acres of swampland. But thanks to the efforts of firemen and women all over the country, they were able to spare the main park. Now, even though fire can be very devastating at times, it's also very important because it clears out dead brush, woody vegetation, and non-native species.
That's why we don't have fires like California does. They don't know how to do control burns, get the underbrush out. They won't do it because they think it hurts nature. And then the fire starts and they can't put it out. So far I missed the alligator, so I ain't seen nothing yet.
You got it on video?
I got it on video.
Concrete filled moonshine still.
I got one
Moonshine is a high-proof liquor made by clear and aged whiskey. We made it at night under moonlight to avoid detection because it was highly illegal to make and sell, especially during Prohibition. Now, even though this was a source of income, if they were caught making or selling the moonshine, the fine swampers would have to pay was about $5,000. And when they couldn't pay that fine, that led to 1 year in jail. It's also where NASCAR got its start.
You think an alligator?
This is our Seminole Village, also featuring the Timucuan hut. Artifacts found here date back as far as 4,500 years ago. The last known tribe known to inhabit the swamp or the Seminoles was something called the Treaty of Payne's Landing, forced their removal, leading to the Second Seminole War. By 1838, most of the Seminoles left the swamp, and those that remained were forced to join for other local tribes, including the Cherokee, westward along the Trail of Tears.
That one alligator
We saw some in the beginning.
on this side. I know I've seen something like that. Yeah, it is.
It's looking like a big alligator.
Pretty sure that was a turtle. Number one. I see.
I want to see an otter. Or an armadillo.
Oh, I want to see them. They're probably like
Ain't no
back in
baby.
there.
Here at the base of the tracks on your
Is that a
right,
heat
we're
lamp?
passing what's called the hooded pitcher plant. The hooded pitcher plant right there is a carnivorous plant that lures and traps insects by the smell it gives off. And the way these plants trap those insects is through backwards facing hairs, separating walls and illusionary windows. It's a great plan to have them in your garden and on your land if you really don't like bugs. However, it will not manage a fair pest problem. We have a few other carnivorous species around the swamp as well that swampers encountered.
I wonder if they eat the alligator.
blackberry bush.
Huh?
There's an eagle somewhere.
Wait.
I just heard it.
That was another one of those. I had to go.
Might see something out there in that door.
Yeah.
This is the birding area. We have over 200 species of birds that winter, migrate, and live in the entire swamp year round. This pond provides a multitude of different habitats as well. We have 64 reptiles, 37 amphibians, 50 mammals, and more than 200 species of butterflies that call the swamp home. And that's just what we know about.
I will get off. I will get off. I will get off. They kiss, by the way. I was gonna... Carter, you probably called an armadillo. Probably back there. That's armadillo. Keep it on board. I don't have
Just a moment, we're about to pass a tree that has a distinctive line coming down the center of the trunk from top to bottom. This line was caused by a lightning strike. It's this very last pine tree closest to us. Straight ahead. Lightning is one of the top causes of wildfires in the swamp. It is in fact the cause of the 2007 wildfire. Another important plant is the saw palmetto. In the late fall, these palms also produce a type of fruit that serves as a food source for many of the animals, but many pioneer swampers use that fruit also for medicinal purposes as well, in treating a wide variety of infections such as UTIs. They also use the palms themselves for building materials and making the bases, the bristles of household cooling bricks.
keep my head off it. There ain't seen one there. Oh, there was. I'll be bait. To the one. There's probably something under that then. Is that for the alligators? No.
Dozens of families lived in the swamp for its resources, seclusion, and beauty. One of the most famous individuals that lived here was a lady named Lydia Stone, who was also known as the Queen of the Okefenokee. She owned about 22,000 acres of Cowhouse Island. She was a really tall individual at 6'4", and she had a very feisty personality that she used to run many of the different industries rather successfully, including the cattle, pine timber, moonshine, and turpentine industries. And when she passed away in 1937, her estate was valued to be $1 million. That's $21 million in today's money. Speaking of turpentine, we're about to approach the turpentine display. Turpentine is a fluid obtained by distilling the resin collected from living trees. And it was used for things like thinning out oil paints, creating varnishes, repelling water, and fueling lamps. It was also used as a cure-all for many illnesses and injuries as well, such as treating rattlesnake bites. But today we know it is unfit for consumption. Now, workers in the turpentine industry were responsible for dipping 10,000 trees a month. And after working them for a few years, they were then harvested by loggers. These are the tools involved in turpentine.
Uno, dos.
I wonder what that was.
I guess people used to use oil paint.
Yeah, we're home.
Oil-based painting.
Dad, I didn't see much alligator.
I remember using turpentine when we were using.
Wait, what are we going on next?
A boat ride.
I
I
know.
think it's a walking tour. I'm not sure what
Walking tour?
I think that's what it said. But she said they didn't
Here
know
at the
about
train barn is the home of our very own Lady Swanee. Lady Swanee is the original train for this railroad, who's been in operation since 1999. The work train we're on has only been in operation since about the early to mid 2000s. And she's a good example of what the old engines look like. One big difference is though is that she is run on diesel as opposed to steam.
Uno, dos. Uno, dos.
Who cares?
Wood.
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder what kind of food that is. Should be way more.
That's her permanent. She's packed today for maintenance.
What if our alligator was right down the road?
Steam boilers like this one were used to power machinery, especially in the railroad industry.
Railroad? 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 Railroad?
Shh. Steamroll.
What?
Boiler.
Steam boiler.
High five.
We're approaching Pioneer Island, and this is the homestead of a pioneer's life in the swamp. We're going to stop here and let you explore. We'll spend about 15 minutes here, so you can also take pictures too if you'd like. Then we'll return back to the train and head back to the train dock. Upon exiting the train, please watch your step for the gap and any roots coming out of the ground. I'm also going to let you know that the house that is on site is an official home of a swamper family known as the Highsmiths, who occupied it from 1882 to 1942. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Hmm?
I'm looking for another eagle. Oh,
Go, you're 1-1. You're 1-2-1 because you found a squirrel earlier.
I know, 1, 2, 1.
All right, you may exit the train.
Slippery when wet.
Are we done?
No.
You're just for. Yeah.
Oh, she wasn't.
Looking for your turtles and your alligator. Alligator. Are you still recording?
Mhm.
Alligator. I kind of want an alligator to tie with it. Alligator.
I'm sure you'll see one before the day's over.
We just saw one.
Just one. I'm saying I'm sure you'll see another one.
Yeah, we'll get to see a baby one if we go inside that room again.
Under the feet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's fine.
Don't warn when we come back or what?
I'm gonna follow you and call you back.
Oh, okay.
Warren actually doesn't work.
Okay. Alligators are
Stalk
pets in this
cutter.
area. Cannot feed the alligator except for your kid sister.
I want to look at an alligator. Alligator?
Oh, look. What you need is somebody to jump
Oh,
in,
yeah.
splash a lot, and then they'll come running for you.
No.
Bet.
I'm scared to walk on the edge. I'm not. I'm saying.
I would be too.
Maybe Cherokee Heights.
Carly, look, the alligator food's over there. Chickens.
That's what you get this reason. This is where they have a craft fair right here.
It's cold in here.
Looks like they
Used to keep chickens in here. This is where they would keep their chickens. Meat. Same it is. An outhouse. Shed. Some sort. Pigs.
sound like me. His belly's dragging me around.
Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm. And another food source. You see anything, Carly? You gotta throw that in the water.
Yeah, keep moving. If you slap the
Or
water,
something just come up and smash.
yeah, there's a rock.
There's bubbles.
Oh,
Probably get Carly. It's probably a snapping turtle. There's ripples.
Bed.
no, I'm red.
Stuff in the water.
What the heck is that?
Cauldron. Daddy, it's the leaky cauldron. Daddy, look. It's the leaky cauldron. Danger, alligators in area. Please stand back from edge of water.
That's the edge of the water. We are not at the edge of the water.
You're close. This is the whole edge. Look, you can see that where the gators have been laying on this. Have been up on this bank.
I'm not gonna find out what it is. It'll be 2-2.
2 to 2 to 1. Stop smacking that.
Oh, it's supposed to to attack them.
It doesn't, because you're supposed to smack the water, not the ground.
Well, I don't want to let it go past them. Yeah, you want to grab a stick and throw it in there?
No.
I just got the edge of the water.
Let's do that. What you getting into, chicks?
You want me to eat that straw? You're crazy, man.
More in there?
No.
I'm just out and about. Sorry. Chill out.
It's been a long time since I saw chicken. My grandmother used to have some in the backyard. She had a coop back there. Got her eggs out of it. That was in the city too.
What you doing?
Guess this must be the bunkhouse. The well, so to speak.
Boom. It's a bench. Oh, it's nails. Small nails. Stuff. And we're in another house. What do you think lives in here? They're used to. Some of these houses they're meant for gators, but they just put other things in it so there's living things there. Look at the water ripples. There's something in there. Look at a big piggy. Look at a big pig. Look at the big boy. He's snoring. Caution, alligators are dangerous.
One alligator. Alligator.
You'd wish.
You're gonna get in trouble.
What?
Where's the other turtles?
Huh?
Where's the turtle?
Some of them are over there, not all of them.
What is this? Is this just a big wheel?
Alright.
Big cow.
Come on.
Carly, we gotta go.
Bye. I know something right now. I know someone that's not going to get to do takes no more. Because they're not listening. No.
We'll see gators later.
You'll see them. You'll see them. They will come and feed them. Yeah, they're sometimes feeding time.
Carly, that hog over there is snoring away. Come here and listen. No, Carly, come listen. Carly, come listen. He's snoring. Hear it?
It's too hard. That's it.
That's just their house. I don't know.
What is that? Can they see anything?
Yeah, there's like a table inside of it. That's weird. There's a mud dauber thing here.
You need crawfish?
Yeah. Or an anthill.
Looks like an anthill.
Oh, it's a
Ants.
It's like a water bug. I'm not full of wine. What is it?
Yeah, stop.
Don't do it. There's fire ants. Wear you out.
Oh, they're everywhere.
I can tell you from experience. That makes fun.
We have them at home.
Not like that.
Let's go. We gotta go back. Caution, slippery when wet. Huh? This is dark water.
One alligator so far.
One gator, like 80 turtles. Santa. Caution, slippery when wet.
Dab it. I don't want
You guys are breaking that bench seat.
You're not.
All bowed down.
to
You bit yet, Carly?
I felt like it was
I hope he does. She does.
Whenever I was down in Florida, down in Homosassa, the neighbor had a trampoline. We were jumping on it. When we got done, his dad worked in like excavating. He had a pile of gravel. I climbed that mountain of gravel.
You should stop
Somewhere along the way, got
and then pick it back up.
fire ants.
Oh no.
I just
Boy,
cut,
they
I just
burnt
cut
me
stuff.
up.
They don't hurt.
Amanda was telling me on the way down in the car that she got
You can't
near
pause the
her,
video.
near her house up in North Georgia.
Stuff out.
She she got into some quicksand. Started sinking. Of course, she can't swim either, but started sinking. Got up almost to her chest, and fortunately, the girl that she was hanging out with over at their house, where this quicksand was, had two older brothers that managed to grab her and pull her out. She said she was about to panic because when the water gets up to her chest, she's ready to panic. I didn't even know about that until yesterday when she was telling me about it.
Nobody got eaten?
Nobody got eaten.
Oh,
Not yet.
all the fun.
Did you hear that? Pop in it.
See, if we had some neat hats like this, we'd love to talk about that. Did y'all wear matching t-shirts today?
No.
No.
I want Carter and I do.
Yeah.
So what do they say on the front?
None. They're just gray.
Just one.
Carly has the Mickey.
Can everyone still hear me okay?
Carly on it.
Yeah.
I would say all aboard.
All aboard. Choo choo.
You're gonna feel another little kick.
We got kick.
Cool.
Ready to go. And we're off on another adventure job.
For most life is hard. There were long days and long nights of a lot of work. You needed many hands and large families just to get by. On average, the Pioneer family had about 6 to 10 kids, simply because they needed the help, all the help they can get. They raised their own animals, they grew their own crops, and they lived off the land. Then, of course, there was no such thing as electricity or plumbing, so it was all about self-sufficiency and survival as well. A very different type of lifestyle than many of us live today. But even though that's the case, there's still plenty that we can learn from our pioneer ancestors, if not appreciate all of their hard work to get us where we are today, even though so much has changed. In 1936, the federal government purchased 430,000 acres of the entire Okefenokee Swamp. In 1937, the Okefenokee Swamp was only a wildlife refuge. It wasn't until 1936 did the park officially open. So to think about it, life like we just experienced really thrived here well into the mid-1930s, which means it really wasn't that long ago. We're talking only about a 70-year expansion. We've made a lot of progress in a really short amount of time. I hope you've enjoyed the train ride and learned some interesting things about life in the swamp. I want to make sure and take the time that I say thank you to everybody for coming out today. Those of you who come out and visit us, not only do you allow us to stay open, but you give many others the opportunity to learn about the swamp, visit it and experience it and love it as much as we do. We truly couldn't be here without you, so we really are grateful for that. And hopefully soon, in the near future, within the next couple of years, we'll be the next World UNESCO Heritage Site. If you have any questions, feel free to ask once we exit the train. In the meantime, thanks again for coming out, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
See a lot more of them. I guess they get hot, they want to climb out on the bank to cool off or something. I don't know.
Get cold in the water. Come up on the bank to heat up a little bit.
It's that black swamp. You have to have 2 or 3 more to soften this down.
Nana.
The other place over here.